I'm Dennis Morales, and this is my life. I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes when I was 9 years old. My days are spent studying economics at Virginia Commonwealth University, and at least one night a week is spent volunteering with the Dale City Volunteer Fire Department. I was attracted to being an emergency medical technician because I like to help people. Being in that role of an EMT, these people are calling you whenever they're in some sort of distress, and I just like being that person that can be there and try and calm the situation down. It can be difficult balancing school with volunteering at the fire station and balancing my type 1 diabetes, but I've been doing it for a while now, and I've grown kind of accustomed to it. As an EMT, if I'm woken up in the middle of the night for a call, we roll out of bed, we get out to the ambulance, we look up what we're going for and where we're going, and I'll tell my driver how to get there. You prepare yourself for the worst case scenario. Complaining of a little bit of tightness in her chest. It's always a concern of mine that my blood sugar is going to drop while I'm on the scene of this EMS call. So I do have to be conscious of that, and I do take precautions against that. I carry oral glucose with me, so if I do feel low for whatever reason, then I'll just eat some of that quickly before we get to the scene usually, and that'll boost me up until I can get to eat a normal meal. Being an EMT in Dale City is a big time commitment just because of the fact that I go to school down here in Richmond, and it usually takes me about an hour and a half to drive the distance each way. Extremely exhausting, and the drive can just seem like an eternity. As a senior, right now I'm sending out lots of resumes. I'm trying to apply for as many interviews as I can, as many internships as I can, going to as many job fairs as I can. I visit the Career Center at VCU a lot. I do have a question. My roommate... I like what I do as an EMT, but I don't want to do it as a career just because I feel like if it's a job, it may, eventually get old, and just like any job, you might grow tired of it. Plus, I really enjoy what I'm studying. I really enjoy economics, and I'd really love to work in that field. As a type 1 diabetic, I have to be careful about, the benefits that are included in a job. I need an employer that will guarantee me some medical coverage because, especially being on an insulin pump, my medical expenses can be fairly high. But I can't remember a single time when diabetes has held me back from something. It can be difficult being a college senior, a type 1 diabetic, and being an EMT, but it's something that you learn to live with, just like diabetes. I took on the commitment of being a volunteer with Dale City, and I'm not going to let diabetes stand in the way of that, so I've just made it work. So I've made it like a second nature, and it all just kind of flows together. I've got my set schedule for the days that I work in Dale City, and I've got my set schedule for the days that I'm here the entire day at college. So overall, it's pretty well balanced.